Imagine being dropped, right now, into a frozen world crawling with monsters. Cats the size of a fridge with fangs like daggers. Bears so huge they could look a grown man in the eye without standing up. Wolves that hunt in packs the size of a small army. And you, soft, slow, no claws, no fur, no fangs, are not the hunter here. You are the meat. This was the everyday reality for our ancestors during the Ice Age. They lived surrounded by some of the most terrifying predators that ever walked the earth. Creatures built to catch and kill exactly the kind of weak, fleshy animal that we are. By every law of nature, we should have been an easy snack. And yet, here you are. So how on earth did a bunch of soft, shivering humans survive a world full of things designed to eat them? The answer is the story of how we stopped being prey. Let's meet the neighbors. During the Ice Age, the land was ruled by giants. There was the sabre-toothed cat, with fangs longer than your hand, built to punch through hide and bone. There was the cave lion, bigger than any lion alive today, prowling the frozen north. There was the short-faced bear, which standing tall could tower far above a human, one of the largest meat-eating land mammals ever. There were dire wolves hunting in ruthless packs, and cave hyenas with jaws that could crush bone to get at the marrow inside. This was not a petting zoo. This was a landscape absolutely packed with powerful, hungry killers, and our ancestors had to wake up every single morning and share it with them. To these animals, a lone human wasn't scary. A lone human was lunch. And make no mistake, for a long time, we were lunch. Strip away everything modern and look at the human body honestly. We can't outrun a big cat. We can't outmuscle a bear. We have no claws to slash with, no thick fur to protect us, no natural weapons of any kind. Our babies are helpless for years. On paper, we are one of the most pathetic prey animals imaginable. Slow, soft, and easy to bring down. Fossils tell the grim story too. Ancient human bones with the puncture marks of big cat fangs, skulls cracked by powerful jaws. Our ancestors were hunted, killed, and eaten by these predators, again and again. We did not start at the top of the food chain. We started very near the bottom as a nervous, vulnerable snack for anything big enough to want us. So what changed? The single greatest thing that stood between our ancestors and a set of hungry jaws was fire. Almost every large predator on Earth is terrified of it, and ancient humans learned to control it. A fire at the mouth of a cave or in the middle of a camp became a glowing wall that most animals simply would not cross. It pushed back the darkness where night hunters stalked. It let humans sleep without every one of them being dragged off before morning. Fire didn't just keep us warm, it kept us alive, night after night, holding the monsters at the edge of the light. For a soft, clawless animal, a burning branch was the first real weapon that made a saber-toothed cat think twice. We couldn't grow fangs, so we grabbed fire instead. The second thing that saved us was each other. A single human is easy prey, but a tight group of humans is a very different problem. Suddenly, there are many pairs of eyes watching in every direction, many voices to raise the alarm, many hands to throw stones and wave burning sticks. Predators are opportunists. They want an easy meal, not a dangerous fight. A pack of shouting, spear-waving humans is exactly the kind of risky target a smart predator learns to avoid. Our ancestors survived by sticking together, sleeping together, hunting together, and defending each other. Alone, we were snacks. Together, we became something a hunter had to think hard about before attacking. Our greatest survival weapon wasn't a claw or a fang. It was the group. Then we did something no prey animal had ever done. We invented reach. With sharpened sticks and stone-tipped spears, ancient humans could suddenly hurt an attacker from a distance, before those fangs and claws ever got close. A single caveman with a spear is dangerous. Several humans with spears, working together, can drive off or even kill a predator that would destroy any of them one-on-one. This flipped the entire equation. For the first time, attacking a human wasn't a free meal. It could get you badly wounded or dead. Add throwing spears, and we could strike from even further away. We had taken our two biggest weaknesses, no claws, no strength, and answered them with a pointy stick and a clever arm. The prey had grown teeth it could throw. But our deadliest weapon was never in our hands. It was in our heads. Humans couldn't beat these predators with muscle, so we beat them with planning. We learned their habits, where they hunted, when they slept, how they moved. We set traps, we picked defensible ground, we used fire, noise, and teamwork to scare predators off a fresh kill and steal the meat for ourselves. A saber-toothed cat could only do what its instincts told it to. A human could look at a problem, imagine a solution, and make a plan for tomorrow. That single ability to think ahead and outsmart is the reason a slow, weak animal ended up ruling a world of monsters. We didn't win the Ice Age with our bodies. We won it with our minds. Where our ancestors chose to live mattered just as much as how they fought. Caves became fortresses. A solid stone wall at your back, a narrow entrance you could defend with fire and spears, a place where you only had to watch one direction. High ground and cliff shelters gave humans a view of danger coming, and a wall against attack from behind. Smart use of the landscape turned a vulnerable group into a hard target. Instead of sleeping exposed on the open plain like other prey, humans tucked themselves into places that were easy to defend and hard to sneak up on. Even something as simple as choosing the right spot to sleep was a survival strategy. One more way, a clever animal, stacked the odds against the monsters in the dark. And here's a hidden power our ancestors had that the predators didn't: endurance. Big cats and bears are explosive, but they tire fast. They're built for a short, violent burst, then they need to rest. Humans are the opposite. We are among the greatest long-distance movers in the animal kingdom, able to keep walking, tracking, and pushing forward for hours in the heat, while a furry predator has to stop and cool down. This meant humans could track wounded animals for miles until they dropped, and could keep moving across the land in ways a big predator simply couldn't match. We couldn't win a 10-second fight with a cave lion, but over a long, grinding day, the soft, slow humans could outlast almost anything. Patience, it turned out, was its own kind of weapon. Put it all together: fire, the group, spears, cunning, shelter, endurance, and something remarkable happened. Slowly, over thousands of years, the hunted became the hunter. Humans stopped just surviving these predators and started competing with them, driving them off kills, taking their prey, moving into their territory. The very animals that once saw us as an easy meal now had a new and dangerous rival, a creature that fought in groups, threw fire and spears, laid traps, and never seemed to give up. The soft, clawless snack had become the most dangerous thing on the landscape. It's one of the greatest reversals in the entire story of life, and it happened not because we grew stronger, but because we got smarter and stuck together. So how did ancient humans survive the Ice Age's deadliest predators? Not by being tougher, not by being faster or stronger. We were none of those things. We survived because of the two things that still define us today. We are clever, and we cooperate. We took fire and made it a shield. We took sticks and made them weapons. We took our fragile, lonely bodies and bound them into groups that could stand against giants. Every single one of those Ice Age monsters was stronger than us, and almost every one of them is now extinct, while the soft, slow, clever ape is everywhere. That is not an accident. It is the whole point of what we are. We didn't outmuscle the monsters. We outthought them, and we outlasted them, together. So the next time you feel small, or soft, or not particularly dangerous, remember what you actually are. You are the grandchild of the animals that stared down saber-toothed cats and cave bears and refused to be eaten. Every human alive today is descended from a long, unbroken line of survivors who were surrounded by monsters and made it through anyway, with nothing but fire, sharp sticks, each other, and a very clever brain. Those predators were bigger, stronger, and deadlier than us in every way, and we are still here while they are bones in the ground. That is the quiet superpower hiding inside our species. If stories like this, how we clawed our way from prey to the top of the world, are your kind of thing, stick around. Ever wondered what else your ancestors survived to make you possible?